Makan, welcome to Burger and Lobster.
How are you, mate? It's been a while.
I'm good. I hope you're hungry.
I'm starving, man. I'm looking forward to the burger. Original?
For sure, and I've ordered some lobster. You got to, you know, it's the number one visited Burger and Lobster in the world.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. And how many? There's like quite a few of them all over the world, right?
Quite a few, but the most important visitor today is you.
I'm honored.
So let me tell you, your mix on Zouk Digital, true story, straight facts, the number one interview and mix combination on the World Genting IG. And we've done some 500
I don't believe
plus
you.
videos. I promise you.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, man.
Over 20,000 views is phenomenal. You were so popular. It was a great mix. It was a super candid interview. As you know, we really supported the local scene, really pushed out.
Thank you, man. You guys have been doing amazing. We put constant content out every week. So thank you for doing that.
And the best thing about it is your DJ set was very unique, very house driven.
Yeah.
And I've been dying to ask, because you've had a successful club career with Kyo, we already discussed who you booked and bringing the various scenes together in one venue. You've also had a great DJ career, but how did you get started? Why did you get started? And what inspired you to get into getting behind the decks?
Oh man, I've always wanted to be a DJ. I never wanted to be a DJ professionally, but I always wanted to get behind the decks. You know, coming from a traditional family, they weren't too keen on that idea. I think when I came back from Australia, I lived there a long time, 7 years. Then I'd come back, you know, you kind of lose touch with a lot of friends and stuff. And I was working in my first job actually at Citibank. And I was like, you know what, I'm earning my own salary, you know, why not go for classes? So, you know, started going for classes. No, I mean, I know a lot of people say this, but I really had no plans to play behind the club. I just wanted to learn how to mix and just fool around in my house. And then someone saw me doing the classes while I used to go for these parties called Dear Society. And one of the organizers, he came into the DJ school I was at to buy a piece of equipment. And he saw me and he's like, oh, I didn't know you DJ'd. He's like, yeah, well, come play next week, you know, and then the rest they say is history.
But there must have been some music that inspired you. There must be a song and you just thought, I want to play this. I want to be behind the decks. Or maybe you saw an artist. What's the musical journey you went on that really inspired you to get into, maybe not just DJing, but into clubs as it is?
I was a big hip hop head as a kid, right? So I think most of us were growing up, you know, in the early 90s, the golden era. So yeah, hip hop was everything to me. And then I remember I heard my first house track. I think that was 98. I was 98, whatever I was then. I think I was 12 years old. Yeah. And it was a great year for hip hop. You know, you had like DMX's Flesh of My Flesh. You had Lauryn Hill's Education Lauryn Hill. So it was a really good year for hip hop. And then I think I was in, memory serves me correct, I was in the car with my family and my cousin. He was a bit older than me and he had a lot of musical knowledge. He was the first guy in my family that listened to house music. So he played this track, it was called David Morales, Needing You.
Love Needing You.
Yeah.
It's actually in my 5. We didn't know this. It's actually
no way, I'll be playing you later. It's just like one of those brilliant songs with the keys, the a cappella version, you had the ones with the vocals, and you know, it just, every time you hear it, you know, you think beach, you think sunset, you think just good vibes, and everyone's dancing, and it's just so uplifting, you know. So to me, anything David Morales touches turns to gold.
You know what's great about that is I remember that was the same year that I really got into it, because it was the same year that Stardust brought out Music Sounds Better.
Yeah, correct.
The David Morales video is on the beach in Ibiza, and I just remember getting goosebumps thinking, I've got to go, and then every summer from then forward I went.
Oh, wow, lucky man. I mean, I wanted to go, I was too young to go there.
So David Morales is one of your tracks, Needing You?
Yes, that's definitely right.
What else do you have in your box?
I've got then another, so it was David Morales, Needing You, and then another track a couple of years later, it was a song by Sandy Rivera and Hayes. It was called Changes. So this track actually put me into the whole deep house genre, which I'm a massive fan till today. Because I used to think house was just like pumping and uplifting and laughing. So when I first heard something like Changes, it was very deep, it was sexy, it's brilliant vocals, and yeah. And then from there I went back to, you know, Carrie Chandler, Larry Heard. But this track it's really hard to explain. It's got this slow, beautiful build up. Can be played at any point in the night. The vocals are amazing, the lyrics are really touching. And so here's fun fact, Sanjeev Rivera, who made the track, is also known as Kings of Tomorrow, who did Finally. Another fun fact is, without being biased, the guy Hayes, who sings on it, and he also sings on, I think his more popular track would be, Noah's What Goes Around Comes Around. He's Malaysian. And 10 years after I heard that song, I found out I'm actually related to him. So yeah, shout out to Hayes and his wife Meredith.
Small world.
Small world, yeah. No list of mine is complete without Masters at Work. So, I mean, the name says it all, Masters at Work. You had Kenny Dope, who had this real hip-hop background, he's up there with Jazzy Jeff and stuff. Then you get, so he's got that tough exterior and he's like tough checking sound. And then you got Louis Vega, who brings in that Latin element. It's just brilliant, man. And every song they made, like their discography is insane. They've been nominated for Grammy. And this one particular song is called To Be in Love with India. It's just like, it's got all those elements in, like the jacking house, soulful beats, the Latin beats. And you got India as one of the most beautiful house vocalists of all time. Like, it's my go-to track every time at the right point. When you're finishing that last hour of the set, I'd always like to drop this track in.
Stunning. So you've got some really good house vibes there. I love Masters. I mean, Lil Louis Vega is one of the greatest of all time. I mean, there's no DJ worth their salt who doesn't admire what that man can do with a turntable. You've talked about David Morales needing you. That's phenomenal. What else do you have?
Okay, the one I've got that's probably going to go, everyone's going to be like, whoa, what track is that? Like, that was exactly how I felt when I first did it. It's such a left field, completely experimental. It's really hard to describe this track. Like, I heard it on the first time in a boat in Croatia, but probably one of the best sets I've ever heard in my life, this DJ called Proxima. And the track's called Cyclops. And the title of the track is Where's Jason's K? And Cyclops' real name is actually Maurice Fulton, so I'll play it for you later, and it's just one of those wackiest, craziest tunes, I don't know what he was on when he made it, but he should do it more often because that was a mind-blowing track.
And your last track?
And my last track would be, no list of mine is complete without Prince. I mean, Prince is my god, my musical god. He's a genius, he's my idol. I don't think the world would ever see another Prince again, and so this one would be my favorite Prince track, actually, Wanna Be My Lover. It came out in 1979, and Dimitri from Paris does this brilliant edit of it. It sounds like I think it's a live concert, actually. But yeah, it's my go-to track. It's one of those tracks where you could play the first song and everyone goes nuts, and also you could play the last track of the night and everyone just loses it.
True story. When I worked at the first club I ever worked at, China White, Prince came to tour London, and he toured for 2 weeks, and every night at 3 o'clock, from 3 till 4, our last hour, Prince would come and he would sit with a glass of water and he would just listen to the music to wind down. Humble, soft-natured, low voice. And I was in the toilet and he came and stood next to me in the urinals, and I was like, wow, you're Prince. And he started chatting to me. It was one of the most surreal experiences of my life. But you're right.
I officially hate you right now. I'm so jealous right now. There's one guy I never got to see live, and you stood right next to him. I'm so jealous.
But Prince, Freddie Mercury, these kind of characters, Bob Marley, they come around once in a lifetime.
Exactly, man. We're blessed to have, I mean, this was before my time, but I still got to appreciate it. And I tell all the kids out there today, go back and listen to your Princes, your Freddie Mercurys, your Michael Jacksons, your Janet Jacksons. Don't forget, these guys were pure talent.
Oh man, I cannot wait to hear your mix. You've got some amazing tunes, especially resonate with me, especially we're the same age. Throws me back to what made me fall in love. David Morales, I'm super excited. But thanks so much, Sanjeev, and stop talking and start eating.
Can't wait, man.
can't be here by my side. I need to say goodbye. Now my life is going through some changes. Going through some changes. Going through some changes. Now my life is going through some changes. Well, I want you to know the times we shared can't replace what I have. Isn't the same like before. I hope that life has taken you to a better place. I just wanna say that I have moved on to a better place. 'Cause you can't be here by my side. I need to say goodbye. Now my life is going through some changes. Going through some changes. Going through some changes. Now my life is going through some changes. Going through some changes. Sing it, y'all. Wanna be a, yeah. Wanna be the only one that makes you cry. Wanna be a, wanna turn you on, wanna know, make you shine.
Zouk pivoting with Zouk Digital was incredible, you know. It's been a tough year, and for them to put out content on a weekly basis, ranging from music, international DJs, local DJs, mixed master classes, workouts, it's just incredible, man. Hats off to them and kudos to them for doing such an incredible job. To be included in part of this series, it's really an honor to be part of the incredible brand Zouk Genting. Just absolute honor, and to be one of the most watched reviews as well. It's just an absolute pleasure and honor. Thank you for having me, guys, and keep supporting and watching all the content that comes out from them for the next few weeks.